Hi, this is Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. This lesson is sponsored by a student, and it's Empty Life Blues by Robert Lockwood from the Tricks recordings. It's on the record Contrast, one of my favorite records of all time. You could also get it on the complete Tricks recordings. I've talked about blues in the position of B before, so check out that lesson too. But this is really about the mood and playing the whole song. So it's a bit of a review, but not really. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I did take some time off, but it's good to be back. My mom passed at the beginning of September, and so I took the month of September off, and now here we are in October, and I'm right back at it. So here we go. The main thing about this whole song is a good lump. So I'm playing my B7th with the low F sharp in there, and I'm just using this finger for both. So this is kind of my lump chord. I think it's not loud enough. Let's try it again. Maybe this. Here we go. There's so many good rhythm patterns. The main thing is this has got to keep going no matter what, and it's easy to lose it when you go to the 4. I did that. So that's basically how it goes. There's more to it, and we're going to talk about all of it. But B7th is a lot like playing an E, except it's kind of turned sideways. So, the main chord is this B7th that we all know with that low E string, and you're just going to lump your chord, and then your E, the 4. He's got a real strong lump-de-lump, right? Or I've made this joke before, or observation before. I was in New England and they call it a march. It's a march. Everybody knows what that is, right? I think you do. 0 and 5 and 2. That's your 5th. 2nd fret, 5th string, and it's the 5th interval of the E chord. And then that's the 6th interval of the E chord, 4th fret of the A string. I'm glad if you don't know this, I'm glad you're watching, because you do need to know it, and this is all good. If you do know it, just hang tight. Then pinky out, or your 3rd finger out. Now notice how I'm not going. So I'm going to strike it. And then you can see my hand just coming off. Just a little bit. Just off and back down. Off and back down. So. See if you can get that going real good. Now here we got the tricky part. But I'm going to keep my lump going all the way up on the A string, the traveling, the 2nd, 4th, 5th. So, and I made a mistake there. I want this B string to ring. And so it rings throughout the whole 4 chord. 8 beats. Or in each measure, you do this little music, the music inside the chord. I'm going to hammer on with my 1st finger on the 1st fret of the G string. That's, the 3rd of your E chord, right? Because E, some kind of F sharp, G sharp, 1, 2, 3, third. So, and that this note makes it major. So let's practice that. Hello, pretty baby. I just called you on the phone. I don't think he does that there, but it's a very typical B thing to do. It's probably too loud, actually. And then your F sharp, here's E bar chord, F, F sharp. But we're not going to do it like that. We're going to play the middle of the chord and use your thumb. So 2nd fret, low E string. 2nd fret, D string. That's the 7th of the F sharp. And this is the 3rd of it. That's 3rd fret G string. And then use your 2nd finger to play this little V shape. So 2nd, D string. 3rd, G string. 2nd, B string. Open E string is super important. Super important. So and then he does this amazing bass line that you see again and again, and I've talked about it before, but I'm just going to do it again. So notice how it's kind of like an E7th, but just moved over a string, so it's all up toward your head on the low E and D string. That's the way I think about it. I think about it in terms of shapes, you know. So I went from the 4 to the 1, like open E string twice, 3rd, 4. So you got this so far. But you're only going to do it once. Now try to go up to the A string, and we're going to have the same pattern. Do, 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 do. I used the first 2 fingers, and that leaves my first finger ready to go here. 1st fret D string. That's the 3rd of your B7th. So, you know, the 3rd of the chord's so important each time. When you go down to the 4 chord, you sort of make that 3rd and the 5th stick out. So now I'm going to review what we've done so far. Then we'll talk about the intro and this. I don't really want to call it a solo, but it's more of he's expressing his chords in a different way. So let's try it. Okay. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. Let's just do the chords for a minute. Now, the main thing is just this has got to go all the whole time, and I have noticed that sometimes I fail in that, and I'm not doing it because, you know, of the pretty stuff on top and the stuff on the bottom is more important, because you wouldn't want to rock around in your house if there was a hole in the floor. You wouldn't. So this is your floor. It can't go anywhere. It's got to stay there. So here's your floor. Hello, pretty baby. I just called you on the phone. I'm only worried about my thumb. Hello, pretty baby. I just called you on the phone. There's a real gentle swing to it. Oh, I wasn't going to do that. You know, my life has been so empty since the day that you've been gone. Yeah, so I tried to only work my thumb. Let's do that one more time. What the heck? I'm going to skip ahead and go the 5. You know my life has been so empty. Okay, so now let's talk about some of the beautiful things on the So he's kind of going over, but he's got that going the whole time. So I would go real slow and just practice. I messed up a little bit, but you get the idea. That's super Robert Johnson, huh? You know, it sounds a little different to play the 4 instead of like this. Same chord, but I like to do it with just 2 fingers and play both the G and B strings with the. It sounds almost slidey that way, and it sounds nice. So, and then you can sort of. Sounds like Little Boy Blue and all that other good stuff, you know. So I'm playing I'm playing 3 notes with 2 fingers. 2 notes there, G and B. This is the 5 chord. This is the 4 chord. And it's this A shape moved up to F sharp, E. So that's 11th fret and 9th fret and 10th. And then notice how that really swings too, the turnaround swings. It's a real gentle swing. And you know, his intro at the very beginning is a little different than the rest of the times. He sort of settles into this other one. So sorry, man. Hello, pretty baby. I just called you on the phone. Hello. He doesn't do that yet. He saves that. So, hello, pretty baby. You don't want to play all your tricks all at once. He saves this stuff. That's pretty easy. Here's your B chord. And you know, he just lumps away on these notes even though they're not part of the B chord. He's not going to let a little thing like that bother him too much. And it still sounds good. It's like the A string is still part of the B7th. Well, here we go. The real tonic, or not, I mean, the real note of the root is here. And your mind is still holding that. Plus, he has a bass player on this recording, which is, I love that guy. Gino, I forgot his last name, I think. He's great. I love the musicians on the trick stuff. I just think it's incredible. So notice how you can keep your thumb there the whole time, top part of the B chord, and then just roll. So this is not changing, the thumb. This changes. from my little B7th top chord to the middle of your F sharp, right? Like your little D shape, that little V kind of shape in the middle of the guitar there. So now let's play it. I didn't talk about everything in this song as much as I'd like to, I think, but the main thing is just really get that strong low. I'm really trying to keep that lump going while I go. It's really walking and chewing gum at the same time, and sometimes I'm playing too much on the thumb. But, it's the kind of thing you can do better. I can do better, like in the heat of the performance, And I love the lyrics in this song. I like the sadness of it. I like the mood. B7th has a pensive mood to it to me. Although he's played it more rock, and I mean, there's lots of examples of Robert Lockwood playing in B, but nobody really does this. And I've talked about this before, but you can always, let's say somebody's playing in C, and they're just doing this. Well, you could just put a capo here and play. I don't have my capo handy. Put your capo there, and then you just play in B. And then I guarantee you're going to be in a slot. You're going to occupy space no one else is occupying, and it might work. It might be great. So try it out as a second guitar part. And you can see various Sonny Boy and Little Walter songs where this has been done to good effect. So anyway. I'm going to mix it up. And then I just resolved it, or wrapped it up with a full ninth chord with the low E string. So anyway, thanks a lot. I've talked about Robert Lockwood over and over again on this channel. He's definitely like a founding father of guitar to me. Anyway, but if you have some Robert Lockwood memories, we'll always love reading them in the comments. Any of your thoughts on this song, the Tricks recordings, B position. Do you use this position? Are there ways you can use this? If you have a band, if there's songs that would fit in, this is more of a solo piece to me, or a duo piece, or a trio piece. But you can definitely use this position. And anyway, see you next week. Thanks a lot. Join me on Patreon for weekly guitar chats. I am going to Japan for most of October, and I'm going to do my best to do a meeting. Might have to be on a weekend morning or something on a Western time, U.S. time, but I'll figure that out. Otherwise, see you guys for sure in November for a Patreon meeting, and also this Monday, as a matter of fact. So, thanks a lot. Keep picking. See you next time.